Never imagined 2 words could flip my whole life upside down. But that's exactly what happened the day I told my manager to shut up. My name's Lena Carter, 29 years old, single mom to a 7-year-old daughter named Emily. I'd been working at Marlowe's Diner in downtown New York for almost 5 years. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid the rent and kept food on our little table. That morning started like every other coffee brewing, plates clattering, the sweet smell of pancakes mixing with the noise of morning rush. I smiled through the chaos, balancing 4 cups of coffee in one hand while my mind raced through the bills waiting at home. Then he walked in, our district manager, Mr. Howard. He was known for his sharp tongue and cruel humor. Whenever he showed up, the air got heavy. Everyone pretended to smile, but we all felt our stomachs twist. He strutted around, barking orders, nitpicking everything. "Lena, table 6's coffee looks cold. Are you trying to ruin our reputation?" I bit my tongue. "Yes, sir. I'll fix it." But when he started mocking one of the new waitresses, sweet little Megan, barely 19, for spilling orange juice, something inside me snapped. He kept shouting, "You're useless. You can't even hold a tray." The whole diner went silent. Megan's eyes filled with tears. Before I could stop myself, I said it. "Shut up, Mr. Howard." Every eye turned to me. My hands trembled, but my voice didn't. I said it again. "You've said enough." He froze, face red with anger. "What did you just say to me?" I said shut up. "She made a mistake. She's human. We all are." There was a pause that felt like a lifetime. Then he pointed to the door. "You're fired. Get out. Now." I wanted to cry, scream, apologize, but deep down, I felt something strange. Relief. For once, I hadn't stayed silent. I took off my apron, walked out the door, and tried to hold my head high. But when I got home, reality hit hard. Rent was due in 3 days. I had 47 left. And Emily, my little girl, was waiting with her favorite question, "Mommy, did you bring home pie today?" I smiled through tears and hugged her tight. "Not today, baby. But soon." That night, I sat on our worn-out couch scrolling through job listings. Nothing. Not a single place hiring. I started to think maybe I'd made the worst mistake of my life. But life has its own strange timing. 2 days later, I got a call from an unknown number. "Is this Lena Carter?" a deep voice asked. "Yes, it is. This is Mr. James Rowe. I'd like to meet you. You used to work at Marlowe's Diner, correct?" I frowned. "Yes, but how do you know me?" He chuckled softly. "Let's just say I was there that morning." My heart skipped. I remembered a man sitting quietly in the corner booth, dressed in a simple gray suit. He'd barely spoken, just observed. We met at a small cafe downtown. He was taller than I remembered, calm and kind-eyed. He extended his hand. "James Rowe, CEO of Rowe Enterprises." I nearly dropped my coffee. "Wait, the Rowe Enterprises, the one that owns half the restaurants in the city?" He smiled. "The very same." He leaned forward. "I was at the diner the morning you were fired. I saw everything. You stood up for that young woman. Most people wouldn't." My cheeks flushed. I wasn't trying to make a scene. I just couldn't stay quiet. "And that," he said, "is exactly the kind of person I need." I blinked. Need, for what? He pulled out a card. I'm opening a new restaurant concept, something different. A place that values people, not just profits. I want you to manage it. I laughed nervously. Sir, I'm just a waitress. He smiled. No, Lena. You're a leader who speaks when it matters. I was speechless. For a moment, all I could think of was Emily's face, her innocent smile, her dreams. I took the job. The next few months changed everything. James mentored me, taught me how to run operations, how to handle staff with compassion. He believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. Our new restaurant Haven's Table opened 6 months later. And on opening day, guess who showed up? Mr. Howard. Looking older, bitter, and clearly shocked to see me standing there in a blazer, greeting guests as manager Lena Carter. He tried to act casual. Well, looks like you landed on your feet. I smiled. Thanks to someone who believed kindness still has a place in business. That night, the restaurant was packed. Laughter, joy, music, everything the diner had lacked. I looked around and felt something powerful, pride. After closing, James handed me a small envelope. Inside was a check big enough to pay off all my debts. And a note that said, "You spoke up when others stayed silent. This world needs more voices like yours." Tears filled my eyes. I looked up and said, "Why me?" He smiled. Because I was raised by a waitress who never gave up either. That hit me right in the heart. Sometimes, life puts you in the worst situations to test your courage to see if you'll break or rise. And that day, when I said shut up, I thought I was ending my story. Turns out, it was only the beginning. Glowing star moral closing message: kindness and courage never go unnoticed. Standing up for what's right might cost you something today, but it might also open the door to the life you deserve tomorrow.